Good morning and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here today with Fred and Murphy, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is your dog's ability to understand and respond to his obedience commands, the correction and the motivation that we give the dogs when we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Fred is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of that leash folded in his right hand. That leaves the left hand free to give the correction, and the only correction that we give is a tug and let go on the training collar, and that is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Both dogs are going to go home with their very own training collars, and you'll be taught how to use that properly during your follow-up training session. Now, if you notice, Murphy's sitting nicely at Fred's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done, and the first exercise that they're going to demonstrate for us is heeling. The command is Murphy heel, and at this point Murphy has a job to do, and that is to stay even with your left leg, not forging ahead or lagging behind. And if you turn, he turns. If you change pace or change direction, he should do the same, and each time that you stop your feet, he's been taught to sit automatically without being told and wait for his next command. And the next command that Fred's going to demonstrate is the stay. The stay is a hand and a voice command, and because it is a stationary exercise, it is a one-word command. The long sit stay when you're practicing at home is for 1 minute, working up to 3 minutes. When Fred returns back to his dog, he will walk all the way back around him as an additional distraction, and Murphy should remain seated until he gets a pat for praise, and they take off heeling again. So this makes walking your dog a pleasure. When you're walking down the street, you're not being dragged. When you stop to cross traffic or talk to a neighbor, your dog is sitting nicely at your left and waiting for his next command. Stay. Fred leaves him in another sit stay, and practice your stationary exercises indoors as well as outdoors. We're looking for good house manners. And this time, instead of returning back to him, Fred's going to call him. This is the recall, or the come on command. And then he returns back to heel position and back seated. And each time that Fred takes off, you will hear him say Murphy heel. So Murphy knows exactly what he's supposed to be doing. Fred leaves him in another sit stay. The music in the background is somebody having a party behind the house behind us. And again, Fred's going to use his name in a happy voice. He talks him in, and he comes right in front and sits, and that eliminates coming to you and jumping all over you. And he goes back to sitting. Now, the next exercises that we're going to be demonstrating for you are your down commands. These are very important exercises, and they're the most difficult exercises to teach. The first one is down from a heel position. So with your dog seated at your left, you use your left open palm straight down toward the ground and the one-word firm command to down. And then Fred told him to stay. The long down stay when you're practicing, and you can practice right in your living room, is for 3 minutes, working up to 5 minutes. And you can put both dogs on their training equipment and practice together. When Fred returns back to his dog, he will walk all the way around him as he did on the sit stay as an additional distraction. And then he gives Murphy the heel command. And they'll demonstrate that down from a heel position one more time. Down and stay. And you can use this exercise while you're eating dinner, while you're watching a movie, out on the street. This time Fred's going to call him in out of that, and he comes right in front and sits. He returns back to heel. And then the next exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is your down from a distance. And all of these obedience exercises are to be used in your everyday living situations with these guys. Fred leaves him in a sit stay. Now he laid down on the sit, so Fred brought him back up into a sit, leaves him in a stay, walks out to the end of his training leash. This is the only time that you will see Fred use his right hand to give the command, and drop him into a down from a distance. Perfect. Very nice job. Now we've demonstrated for you your heel, your automatic sit, your stay, your down from a distance, and your come. These are the exercises that you're going to be practicing with Murphy when he first comes home. And there's really no limit to how far he can go with these commands, but this is a great foundation. He's been a good boy and he's learned a lot, and thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company.